Okay, we're looking at the hydroxyl generator and the new generator pack. What I have here, this is one of the shop backs. This one cost me $70. The other one cost me $75. They're returns. Pretty good sized machines, not real heavy, really light. And the metal part is what we're looking at here. I slid the casing down. This is the one that has the new fan inside of it, in the bottom. I put the fan in. It's a big sucker. The one inside, the normal one's really small. So that'd be okay for an ozone machine, but not for the hydroxyl. So this is the gen pack I made yesterday. And this has 4 bulbs, 2 cells, or 2 ballasts, you could say, 4 bulbs, and a new mechanism to lock them in place. It doesn't use foam. I actually used poly pipe halves cut in half, so there's no foam to disintegrate. The filter here material, these titanium dioxide filter, wraps all the way around each one, but it's accessible by undoing 2 screws on this side and on the other side. It just pivots up, and then it releases. There's 2 screws, one on each side of this the black holder that come up, and then the light bulbs can be taken out. So it's pretty easy to service. And plus, this whole mechanism I'm going to show you here is going to slide down inside this this case. So I've got it set up so with like 2 bolts or 2 screws you could take this thing in and out. It goes in there further, but I'm just going to stop it right there. And I've got a temporary wiring on this. Just going to plug that in, and I tell you, when this thing turns on, it smells like a pizza factory when it turns on. I guess it's just the reactions inside. We can say this is a really nice design as far as really, it's right in the center of the unit. Air can just keep flowing, can get inside here. All parts of the generator cells can get air and can release. This is more surface area of titanium dioxide, probably double or triple than what they'd have in the $1,600 Titan 4000. This thing's really light though. I mean, it doesn't have the CFMs, but it's a really light, kind of a neat product. Now that I have the design down for the generator cells on this, I made it so I wouldn't have to do any custom cuts. It's just straight cuts on the aluminum. You know, it wouldn't be hard to make more of these little cages on this. This really, no one really has anything like this light or this powerful that can be set up. I'm getting fast at doing these wirings. All of these ballasts and these lamp holders are just, you just poke in. You just take the individual wires and just press them inside of them, and there's a little spring clip inside there that holds it. I guess that's how it works for every ballast. I didn't know that. So the cost of this, a little over $100 to make something like this, plus the time on it. And then the key thing is the size and the weight. Easy to carry around, very portable on this. It'll come with the little the maximizer, the hydroxyl maximizer thing, so that you can get some moist air inside there. But in theory, this thing should do a really good job. I think it's a really neat one. Go around here. This is the other one I'm working on. This one isn't done yet, but this would do the 2-cell. I think I have a 2-cell over here. This is the 2-cell model. I don't have any bulbs in that one, but Let me open this thing up. It's top heavy. This is that giant fan. This thing, monster. Now, I'd have to put, I was calculating right now as far as the number of holes to put in it, but you need like more square footage coming out than the fan. The fan doesn't have really a full 8 inches. This probably has about, maybe 6 net on it, but your vents also don't have a full net. But I'm probably, I was going to do 2 4-inch vents on each side and then 4 3-inch, and I think that'll be plenty at the bottom on this one. And this is the one that I want to sell mostly. And inside this, the gen packs on this they just slide down inside like that and hook up. And this just has, this one I might do 3 lights on this one, 2 or 3. And then if I do the smallest one, which would have the 250 CFM fan, that would just have 2 lights on it. And the idea would be that people aren't going to want the one that's going to be at the bottom. I mean, nobody wants the cheap version, which isn't going to do as much. It's more just an air purifier. But people see this as being practical because they can take maybe a half dozen of these or so to like a job site and accomplish work with it. This also has the case for it. It's either way. The case can be used in either position on it. All this, the unique thing about all of the stuff that we're selling is, at least the stuff that's in this kind of case, is that it's designed to be shot up or shot sideways. And nobody else has that kind of feature. No one's ever tried this as far as the kind of thing I'm doing. And I don't think anybody really makes any of these kind of machines in these cases anymore. Originally, there were a lot of stuff out there that was done in toolboxes and stuff, but nothing in stuff this nice. This is an approved electronics enclosure, so it's pretty nice on that. So I got a couple yellow ones, and so my other idea is that Shopvac now makes these in yellow. These are old versions, a couple years old probably. They make them in yellow instead of stainless on it. So I thought I would take one that has the yellow there instead of the silver, just use it as is, and put in some, put in a bunch of the ozone modules and make it a powerful blaster that we'd have listed for, I don't know, maybe $1,000 or something like that. That would basically be the high-end model. People will buy the high-end models, but they typically shy away from the really low-end stuff. But most of your sales come sort of in the middle on it. And this is the same machine that a competitor is claiming that he built. So it's fair game. It's a nice unit. What's nice about this one is that the cost of these, even brand new, they're like $100 at most for these shipped. They're not real heavy, and so it doesn't cost more to make. It actually costs less to use this than it would to use pretty much anything else. The cases I have are $60 plus the fans, another 40 or so. So it cost me $100 just out the door without everything else just to make a case. This is the most cost-effective thing you could possibly use for an ozone machine. So, and plus it's got a ton of space inside because it's made with a big filter. So it's good for like a big machine if you want to have some kind of a high-end product or seemingly high-end, you put in something like this. All right, so that's my recap of this deal here, but pretty neat stuff.